Hey y'all, it's your girl Tashondarenae. I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my recipe for stuffed shells, and I'll be using ground turkey. So if you're interested in seeing how I do it, please stay tuned. So because I'm using ground turkey, the first thing I'm going to do is heat my skillet. And I'm going to add some olive oil to the pan, being that there's no fat or not a lot of fat in the ground turkey. I'm going to be using about 1.5 pounds of ground turkey. And I am going to go ahead and add my seasonings to the pan while it cooks. I'm going to start with a teaspoon of soul food seasoning. Next, I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Then black pepper. And that was about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And next I'm going to add some garlic powder. And that was about 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon of garlic powder. Next, I'm going to add some diced onion. And I used about 1/4 of a large onion. And while I let this brown, I'm going to go ahead and boil my water and add my shells to the water. I'm going to use about 1/2 of this box of jumbo shells, and I'm going to allow them to cook for about 6 to 7 minutes. You do not want these shells to overcook because it'll be virtually impossible to stuff them, and then also they're going to continue to cook during the baking process. Now that my ground turkey is almost completely browned, I'm going to go ahead and add about 2 forkfuls of minced garlic. I'm going to allow that to cook for approximately 3 to 4 minutes, and then I'll turn the heat off. Now that my meat is done, I'm going to go ahead and get my cheese mixture together. And this part is super easy. I'm just going to dump the entire container of ricotta cheese into a bowl, and I'll be sure to add all of the measurements of the ingredients down in the description box, so be sure to check that out. To the ricotta, I'm going to add parsley flakes, and it really doesn't give it any flavor, but it does make it pretty. I'm going to add some basil. And I'm not adding a lot of basil, and you actually don't have to add the basil to the ricotta. I just do it because I really like the flavor of basil. I'm also going to be adding some Italian seasoning. Next, I'm going to be adding some black pepper and salt. Okay, so now you can go ahead and mix that up really good. Make sure everything is well incorporated. Next, I added some Parmesan cheese as well as 1 egg. Be sure to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And the last step before stuffing the shells is to add your meat to the cheese mixture. And obviously this bowl is entirely too small, but I did make it work. Next, you want to go ahead and add your favorite marinara or pasta sauce to the bottom of your casserole dish. You're just going to cover the bottom of the dish. Next, you want to go ahead and stuff your pasta shells and add them on top of the pasta sauce. And be sure not to overstuff the shells. You don't want your filling to fall out while it's baking. Once you're done filling the shells, go ahead and add your pasta sauce on top and then cover with cheese. And I'm using a little Parmesan and mozzarella on top. Once you've added the cheese to the top, go ahead and sprinkle some parsley flakes on top and then cover with the Reynolds wrap, and then you can pop it in the oven. Be sure to cover it with the Reynolds wrap or aluminum foil. You want to bake it for about 20 to 25 minutes covered. And then after that time, you can go ahead and take the aluminum foil off. Cook it for about another 5 to 10 minutes. And this is what it should look like when it's done. That cheese is going to be extremely hot, so I would advise to let it sit for about 5 minutes before serving it. Today I served my stuffed shells with garlic bread and a zucchini squash casserole. And yeah, it was delicious. If you would like to see that zucchini squash casserole, please stay tuned. That video should be posted within the next day or two. And here's a sneak peek of that. It is so good. I can't wait to share this recipe. So this video is a wrap. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I hope you'll give this recipe a try. And thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe if you have not already subscribed to my channel. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.